In the comments below, let me know who you think is going to die in Infinity Wars, if anybody. Maybe you think everybody's gonna survive. Maybe you're just in intense denial about the fact that all of our beloved, precious people are gonna die. Except my darling's not gonna die, because Doctor Strange is getting another movie. Okay, so I may have misjudged the movie a little bit. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's very much like, whoa, put your arms up, yeah, wee! About till the point where baby Spider-Man is crying in Iron Man's arms as he disintegrates into non-existence. Why would you do that to baby Spider-Man? So there have been some losses. Sometimes villains win, and I get where you're going with that. I was not prepared to lose Black Panther in this movie, but that also happened. It's about 2 o'clock in the morning, I'm sorry. My assumption is that a bunch of this is going to get undone, right? Like, it's going to, there's a teaser at the end of the movie for Captain Marvel, and so hopefully she's going to come in and sort of fix this, which I imagine is going to have something to do with the Time Stone, because how else would you do? I was late seeing this movie, so we had to wait like about a week after it was out, and in that week I kept hearing people talking about Thanos being like a sympathetic character, right? And that there's like 20,000 people on the Reddit for Thanos did nothing wrong, and like people who are, oh, he's such a sympathetic character. And this had me a little interested, because sympathetic villains are always interesting. It adds, it can add like depth and stuff to something other than like, I'm evil, right? And also what I've experienced in the Marvel universe with X-Men is that I have this like place in my heart for like Magneto. And like, I get Magneto. And if you're watching The Gifted, which is a really great show on FX, that's all X-Men stuff, I'm totally there with Polaris and like Magneto. Yes, like, I'm on board. I mean, I get it. Okay, like, hate begets hate, and like, you're not supposed to solve things with violence, blah, 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 blah. But like, I'm just saying, were I in that situation, I'd be the first one to join. I'd be on Magneto's side, because I can't cope with that kind of fear and intimidation. So I was thinking it might be a situation like that, where I'm like, oh, am I gonna be like rooting for Thanos in some way? Is this gonna be, no, there is something wrong with Thanos sympathizers. Y'all need Jesus? I did not expect a movie about flying superheroes to be a litmus test for whether or not you're an authoritarian. Like, whoa. You shouldn't sympathize with Thanos. Sympathizing with a character is not the same as understanding their motivation. I certainly understand the thing that he has wrong. Thanos, as a villain in this movie, is just like a big purple representation of abuse and abusers, and the way abusers do things, and the sort of authoritarian way that abusers often do their abuse, where they're like, oh, they're talking a lot of like merciful stuff and the sympathy and like, I understand your pain, my child, but I'm also going to fucking murder half the universe. Like, 20,000 people on Reddit think Thanos did nothing wrong. 20,000. I don't even, like, why would you do that to baby Spider-Man? I'm upset about Doctor Strange, but it seems like he knew at least what he was doing, and he didn't clutch to Iron Man crying because he's scared. The movie was 2 hours and 40 minutes long, and afterwards I couldn't even pee because my bladder was so traumatized. I think Scarlet Witch actually got it the worst in this movie, because she had to kill her boyfriend, and she made the ultimate sacrifice, killing, and he's like, it's okay. Well, she's like killing his brain, and then it didn't mean anything, and he just undid it anyway. And by the end, you could tell when she was disintegrating, she was like, oh, thank God, because I just had to do the worst thing ever. Why would you do that to baby Spider-Man? I guess Bucky died too, yeah, I don't care. But, so there's this part at the end where, like, people have disintegrated and it's so sad, and we're all just sitting in, like, stunned silence. And, like, Banner, is Mark Ruffalo, his head has been superimposed onto the top of the Hulkbuster, but it looks really bad. Like, it looks like a green screen just from here down, and he's just like, you can see him just like, oh, this is terrible. But he's like very clearly not in the Hulkbuster. Somebody let that like scoot by. Some editor, it was like jarringly bad. It was like asylum bad, and I cracked up in this moment of traumatizing sadness. I was just like, oh my god. Mark Ruffalo losing the Hulk and the ability to turn into the Hulk is clearly this like metaphor about emasculation, because the Hulk got beat up by Thanos and now he can't cope with that, and so he lost his big green Hulk. He can't get his Hulk up. Star-Lord was interesting in this because Star-Lord proved in this movie, and yes, I am watching it through a radical feminist lens, and I'm sorry if that pisses you off, but I mean, watch another video if it bothers you. It's like, oh yeah, toxic masculinity fucking ruined the universe. They almost had the gauntlet off of his arm, right? There's like right here on the knuckle, and Star-Lord can't control his anger, and so he starts punching Thanos in the face. And so there's this interesting, like, no, actually he still sucks. He can't control himself, even when the fate of the universe is at hand, because, oh, his girlfriend, he's mad about his girlfriend, punchy. And so Peter Quill still sucks. That's not news to me, at least. Nebula was cool. Nebula made it out alive. Let's do some positives. My boyfriend Will really loves Nebula, so he was really, really worried about two characters. He was really worried about Captain America, and he was really, really worried about Nebula. He did not want these people to die. These are his invested characters, right? And they both made it out alive. And I was really worried about Doctor Strange and Baby Spider-Man, and I did not fare as well. Well, it's gonna be a year until the next Infinity War movie. Is it going to be called Infinity War? Is it part 2? Is it something else? I don't know. So I have to sit for a year with baby Spider-Man's scared face haunting me in my dreams for a whole year. I shouldn't beat up on the movie. I actually there were a lot of really great moments in this movie, a lot of really fun Marvel quips. Oh yeah, he's here to steal a necklace from a wizard. Get him! You know, especially towards the beginning of the movie, there was a lot of like fun stuff. Great battle sequences. Wee, put your arms up, yeah! Oh god, I just remembered about Heimdall. My baby. He was my favorite of the Asgardians. Heimdall. He just fucking ate it. Thor was cool. I really loved Peter Dinklage as like a giant dwarf. Yeah. God, is Pepper Potts still alive? What about Aunt May? Oh god. I know there are people who turn up their nose at Marvel movies, and they turn up their nose at these superheroes because it's like lowbrow and broad and whatever. Like, and I like fancy, smart people movies too, but I care about this. I'm gonna have to watch fucking smart people movies, I guess, after this. God. A bunch of fucking bullshit. Oh. Well, at least Ant-Man and the Wasp is coming out. That'll be great. I like Ant-Man. I like Paul Rudd as Ant-Man.